So today we're having a drive down to the port of Benalmádena, which is, they call it Puerto Marina Benalmádena, which is it's a fun place on the Costa del Sol, on the coastal side of Benalmádena, surrounded by golden beaches. And it really is smack bang in the middle, and somewhere which is fantastic to visit if you've got children, or if you're going in a couple, or as a family, if you're on holiday, or you live here and you're looking for something for people to do, or you're just living here and looking for something to do, maybe with your guests or on your own. It's a great place to come. We often drop down and enjoy a walk around. I would suggest that you use the underground car park though. The car park isn't that expensive, and there always seems to be space in it, and it also in the summer obviously keeps the sun off your vehicle, keeps it nice and cool for when you leave. There's plenty of restaurants on the top, shall we say the first floor of the port, where you can actually walk through the restaurants. There's the terraces of the restaurants sit on the port side, then there's inside parts of the restaurant which then have a door which is adjacent to the back side of the port, and they've generally got some fantastic views there. There's about 1,000 boat moorings, and these can also include boats which are for day trips out into the sea. You can go dolphin spotting. You can actually hire your own private boat if you want, and I have seen there on one of the signs that if you wanted to have a birthday party or something, then you can, at a cost, hire a whole boat for yourself. As I mentioned, there is a big wheel if you want to get bigger views. There you have an ice bar, plenty of shopping if you fancy going buying jewellery, clothes, or just knickknacks and souvenirs of your trip. Close to the beginning of the port, there is a sea life centre, which when we visited, it was for a family of 4. The entrance, including the mini golf, was €90, and I'd say it was well worth it. It's around an hour to get round, but the kids have a fun time. They have games for them to play, which also is educational, which teaches them about the rubbish and plastics in the sea and what damage it's doing to the environment. And at the end, I said, there's a mini golf course that for an extra €5 each, you can spend half an hour going round, and a lovely little bar for some refreshments. As you can see walking around, there's plenty of ice cream bars and a great family atmosphere. The only thing I would say is that we went in April during the Easter period, and there was unfortunately 2 or 3 people walking around without their tops on, and I would definitely recommend that you don't do that. You'll look stupid. If you're going to have your top off and you're on the beach, then that's fine. The beach is a place where people expect people not to be clothed. In an area like this, in April, you've got Spanish who aren't so accustomed to the cold, we say. In fact, when it's 20 degrees, you can see they're still wearing jackets. And then you have people stood there with their bellies out and looking absolutely ridiculous. This is a place, restaurants, it's a place for children, and it's not really the done thing to do. So keep your top on if you fancy walking around, and take it off when you get to the beach. The apartments there come at a hefty price. Just googling it, anything from 900,000 to 1.3 million I found for the apartments for a 3-bedroom apartment on the port. And I imagine that the moorings for your own personal boat aren't that cheap either. But as it stands, the restaurants are very reasonable considering where it is. There always seems to be space in one of them, even when it's a bank holiday weekend. And if you don't fancy eating, you don't fancy going to the Sea Life Centre, and you haven't got 1.2 million for an apartment, it's just generally a nice place to come and have a walk around, take some photos, grab a coffee, and then maybe head up to the Paloma Park for another walk around there, which is also a great place for kids and children. Anyway, enjoy the rest of our wander around Benalmádena Port.